Well, I think it's a great conference, and I think Singapore is a logical place to hold something like this. And I have a number of reasons for this. First, my admiration for Singapore. But as an example, recently a major auto company from Korea decided to set up electric vehicle development and production here in Singapore. And I had reactions from people in Canada saying, why would they set up production of only 30,000 vehicles when it's such a small market? And I think the answer is that Singapore isn't seeing this merely as an OEM production facility and for a few jobs in production, but it's a place where they can evolve and integrate key value-adding components in what is going to be a very important technology global value chain. So I see it more as being very strategic, and a conference like this will help focus some of those things. We need to consider the value in renewable and sustainable technologies derives in large part from intangibles, particularly in the auto industry, for example, but also in other areas of sustainable technology and energy. What do I mean by intangibles? It's those things that create profits without trading goods. IP in the form of copyright, patents, trademarks, trade names, etc. And as the World Intellectual Property Organization has noted some years ago, that the global value chains have at least 1/3 of the value comes from these kinds of intangibles. So fees from licensing, fees from patents, and so on. And thinking about that, IP just doesn't appear. It must be developed, identified, registered, and protected. This needs strong research and development capabilities in science and engineering, together with legal and patent expertise and a strong regulatory system, which Singapore has recognized over the past 20 years or more, as I recall, has since built up a world-class patent and IP expertise infrastructure. Renewable energy, renewable technologies, sustainable technologies require capital financing, in particular large infrastructure projects. And Singapore is a financial center with a strong regulatory system. And more importantly, the people here who have the ability and the skills to assemble and focus this capital and the expertise to evaluate these technologies and these projects, which is very important in the investment cycle. Intangibles also includes those other things that support trade, marketing, legal, logistics, maintenance, etc., as well as goodwill. Singapore is well known for being a dynamic logistics center, but it's also known, while it's a small market, it's also a place people look to for innovation and, importantly, adoption. And this is going to be very important in the world of sustainable energy as we move into non-fossil fuel sources. If something is in service in Singapore, in particular in a regulated area like energy, there's a feeling that if it's here, it's passed some important hurdles. It's crossed some barriers. It's had it's been deeply looked at. So it has, in a sense, the Singapore good seal of approval. So I think, summing up, I think the idea is that this conference captures not just the technologies per se, but all of the elements in the value chain that provide opportunities for Singapore in the future. Thank you.